JMJC Radio, sports, news, weather, and much more. Happy Halloween and welcome to Season 2 of JMJC Radio. This season is different as we will start with news and then we'll go weather and then we will finish with all the sports stuff. So first up we have news. In NFL news, the NFL fined the Washington franchise $10 million in July after the conclusion of the investigation into the team's workplace culture led by independent counsel Beth Wilkinson, and Snyder has ceased being involved in day-to-day operations with the team, giving daily functions to his wife Tanya. Houston Texans Chairman and CEO Cal McNair apologized Tuesday for using an anti-Asian slur during a Texans charity golf tournament in May. Bally Sports' Michael Silver reported Tuesday that McNair used the slur when referring to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. "I'm sorry that we couldn't get together last year because of the China virus," McNair reportedly told a crowd gathered at the Houston Texans Foundation charity golf game. And Mike Lucy, a Pro Bowl linebacker who played 9 seasons with the Detroit Lions, died Tuesday at the age of 81. On to NHL news. The Chicago Blackhawks were fined $2 million and Stan Bowman is out as their president of hockey operations and general manager following an independent investigation of the former player's allegation of sexual assault by then assistant coach Brad Aldrich in 2010. Dean Kuckin will be out 8 weeks for the Columbus Blue Jackets because of a fractured wrist. Anaheim Ducks forward Ryan Getzlaf has been fined $1,000 for a dangerous trip against Minnesota Wild forward Joel Eriksson Ek on Saturday, October 23rd. Max Jones will be out 4 to 6 months for the Anaheim Ducks because of a torn pectoral muscle. Kyle Beach on Wednesday identified himself as the player at the center of the investigation into sexual abuse allegations against the Chicago Blackhawks from 2010. Nikita Kucherov will be out 8 to 10 weeks for the Tampa Bay Lightnings after having surgery for a lower body injury Tuesday. Drew Doughty is expected to be out 8 weeks for the Los Angeles Kings because of a knee injury. PK Subban has been fined $5,000, the maximum allowed under the collective bargaining agreement, for a dangerous trip against Calgary Flames forward Milan Lucic during the game on Tuesday, October 26. The NHL announced Friday that it will not impose discipline on Winnipeg Jet General Manager Kevin Cheveldayoff with respect to the 2010 sexual assault allegations against former Chicago Blackhawks video coach Brad Aldrich. Joel Quenneville resigned as coach of the Florida Panthers on Thursday after being implicated in an independent investigation into the Chicago Blackhawks for allegations by former player Kyle Beach of sexual assault by then video coach Brad Aldrich in 2010. Morgan Riley signed an 8-year, $60 million contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs on Friday. It has an average annual value of $7.5 million. Jack Hughes is expected to be out at least 5 more weeks for the New Jersey Devils because of dislocated shoulder. And Nino Nederretti, I don't know how you say his last name, I'm sorry, is expected to be out a few more weeks for the Carolina Hurricanes because of a lower body injury. In NBA news, former player and longtime general manager Bob Ferry has died at the age of 84, and Ernie Johnson's son Michael has died at the age of 33. In Northern Ontario news, 2 men are in police custody after city police were called to a firearms incident in the northeast end of North Bay. A woman from Elk Lake won $250,000 with a lottery scratch ticket. More than $100,000 in fines were handed out in Kingston following a second straight weekend of large crowds in the city's University District. OPP in Espanola have charged one person following reports of a knife attack October 20th. OPP in Temiskaming say they have charged the driver of a commercial vehicle with stunt driving. The mayors of North Bay, Sault Ste. Marie, and Mattawa have confirmed they won't be seeking re-election in 2022. A 35-year-old Hamilton resident has been charged in connection with a July collision that killed an 18-year-old pedestrian. 3 people, 2 from Kapuskasing, 1 from Pasatica, I don't know how you say it, I'm sorry, have been fined more than $7,000 for illegally hunting moose. 2 residents of Delta, BC have been charged after an investigation began when parents found marijuana edibles in the Halloween treat bags of 2 children last year. And 3 people in Sault Ste. Marie, 2 age 24 and 1 age 28, are facing drug, weapons, and other charges after Sault Ste. Marie police responded to a break-and-enter call early Tuesday morning. During a search of the area, police found about 470 grams of a substance believed to be cocaine, 25.58 grams of a substance believed to be crack cocaine, a quantity of Canadian currency, and a canister of bear spray. The estimated street value of the narcotic seized is $50,843. The black BMW was also seized. In Canadian news, Vancouver police are investigating an incident in which a woman threw hot coffee at a Tim Hortons employee as a possible hate crime. A Gatineau, Quebec man is facing charges in Ottawa and a phony vaccine certificate scheme. And in world news, a selection of 11 Picasso works have been auctioned for a collective total of more than $110 million US. A woman and her boyfriend were arrested in Houston Tuesday in the death of the woman's 8-year-old son, whose skeletal remains were found inside an apartment with 3 surviving but apparently abandoned siblings. A cyclist in Cantwell, Alaska survived an attack from a 500-pound bear by kicking the animal after it charged toward him. An Alabama woman received a life sentence Wednesday for helping her husband plan the 2015 killings of his estranged pregnant wife, her unborn child, and 3 others. A federal jury on Friday awarded more than $25 million to a man who sued the city of Chicago and 2 police detectives after being wrongfully convicted of murder and spending nearly 23 years in jail. A man with a knife injured 17 people on a Tokyo train, then started a fire on the same train. Now on to weather. Today, mainly sunny, high of 13, low of -2. Monday, mainly sunny, high of 8, low of -3. Tuesday, snow, rain, showers, high of 5, low of -5. Wednesday, mainly sunny, high of 3, low of -7. Thursday, mainly sunny, high of 4, low of -4. Friday, mainly sunny, high of 7, low of -4. Saturday, mainly sunny, high of 6, low of, you guessed it, -4. Now on to sports. Today in NFL action, the Pittsburgh Steelers play the Cleveland Browns. The San Francisco 49ers play the Chicago Bears. The Cincinnati Bengals play the New York Jets. The Miami Dolphins play the Buffalo Bills. The Philadelphia Eagles play the Detroit Lions. The LA Rams play the Houston Texans. The Tennessee Titans play the Indianapolis Colts. And the Carolina Panthers play the Atlanta Falcons. All those games starts at 1 p.m. The New England Patriots play the LA Chargers, and the Jacksonville Jaguars play the Seattle Seahawks. Those 2 games start for 5 p.m. The Washington football team play the Denver Broncos, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the New Orleans Saints at Both those games start at 4:25 p.m. The New York Giants play the Kansas City Chiefs at 8:15 p.m. and the Dallas Cowboys play the Minnesota Vikings at 8:20 p.m. Yesterday in NBA action, the Chicago Bulls beat the Utah Jazz 107-99. The Miami Heat beat the Memphis Grizzlies 129-103. The Toronto Raptors beat the Indiana Pacers 97-94. The Detroit Pistons beat the Orlando Magic 110-103. The Phoenix Suns beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 101-92. The Denver Nuggets beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 93-91. The Golden State Warriors beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 103-82. The San Antonio Spurs beat the Milwaukee Bucks 102-93. The Philadelphia 76ers beat the Atlanta Hawks 122-94. The New York Knicks beat the New Orleans Pelicans 123-117. And the Washington Wizards beat the Boston Celtics 115-112 in double overtime. Today in NBA action, the Sacramento Kings play the Dallas Mavericks at 3:30 p.m. The Portland Trailblazers play the Charlotte Hornets and the Utah Jazz play the Milwaukee Bucks. Both those games start at 7 p.m. The Detroit Pistons play the Brooklyn Nets at 7:30 p.m. and the Houston Rockets play the LA Lakers at 10:30 p.m. Yesterday in NHL action, the Calgary Flames beat the Philadelphia Flyers 4-0. The Edmonton Oilers beat the Vancouver Canucks 2-1. The St. Louis Blues beat the Chicago Blackhawks 1-0. The San Jose Sharks beat the Winnipeg Jets 2-1 in overtime. The Boston Bruins beat the Florida Panthers 3-2 in a shootout. The New Jersey Devils beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-2. The Toronto Maple Leafs somehow beat the Detroit Red Wings 5-4. The LA Kings, no surprise, beat the Montreal Canadiens 5-2. The Colorado Avalanche beat the Minnesota Wild 4-1. And the Nashville Predators beat the New York Islanders 3-2 in a shootout. Today in NHL action, the Arizona Coyotes play the Carolina Hurricanes at 1 p.m. The Montreal Canadiens play the Anaheim Ducks. And the Buffalo Sabres play the LA Kings at 4 p.m. Both those games start at 4 p.m., I should say. The Columbus Blue Jackets play the New Jersey Devils at 5 p.m. and the New York Rangers play the Seattle Kraken at 9 p.m. Now, usually after all that, I would do the sports standings, but most sports just started. Most sports teams have only played 6 or 7 games. Well, 8 games at 10 games at most, I'll say. Yeah, 10 games at most they've played. So I won't do sports standings right now. Maybe in next week or the week after I'll start doing sports standings. But as for now, I won't be doing sports standings in this video. Well, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you for listening. This has been JMJC Radio with your host, JMJC. And as my 2 sayings always go, always shoot your shot before it's too late, and tell your loved ones you love them before it's too late. Goodbye, everyone. Talk to you next time.